Kenyans on social media have always been described as a ruthless and uncontrollable clique, never shy of calling out oppressive parastatals, agencies and criticizing bad governance. The new trend is nothing short of this. Even before the hit on AI-generated images depicting leaders in the country lying in coffins could cool down, Kenyans on social media have crossed the borders and shifted gears to Uganda and Tanzania. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni and Tanzania President Samia Suluhu are on the receiving end of young Kenyans, with the citizens of this neighboring country creating AI images similar to trending images of President William Ruto. Museveni has often taken extreme measures to deal with the social media critics, with young Ugandans forced to abide by his rules or face jail term in one of the crackdowns. 3 TikTokers in Uganda were recently arrested for allegedly insulting President Museveni. The influencers reportedly shared content on the social media platform which, as per the prosecutor, was intended to ridicule, degrade, demean and promote hostility towards the first family and other linked to the ruling party. Their sentencing and arrest towards the end of last year are part of a broader campaign by security agencies in Uganda to crack down on people using social media to insult senior government officials. However, Kenyans seem undeterred by this, taking to social media to call out the Museveni-led administration for allegedly oppressing Ugandans. Kenyans opine it's time for a regime change in the East African neighbors' leadership helm, vowing to help amplify the call for Museveni's ouster. The young Kenyans have shifted gears to Kaguta amid its heightened condemnation by leaders in the country for sharing such images. Yesterday, Kenya's Ministry of Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen sought to bring culprits to book, daring them to keep sharing the images if they want to face legal consequences. The Interior CS warned that the government will not condone disrespect of leaders, the clergy and other citizens, stating the security agencies will track down and charge perpetrators in court. In retaliation of the threat, young Kenyans took to social media to post an AI-generated image of the CS lying in a coffin covered by watches in reference of his opulence. This comes in the wake of numerous alleged forced disappearance of government critics, particularly among youth in the country. Young Kenyans urge that the abductions are part of a systematic effort to silence dissent, especially against individuals vocal on social media. The actions have been condemned by human rights groups and citizens alike, with some accusing security agencies of being unlawfully used by government officials. The Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja on Thursday, December 26th, responded to reports of police involvement. In a statement, Kanja denied the allegations linking police to the abductions witnessed in the East African country. The National Police Service is deeply concerned with the ongoing allegations that police officers are involved in abductions of persons in Kenya. For clarity, the constitutional mandate of the National Police Service is not to abduct but arrest criminal offenders, read part of his statement. Kanja explained that according to the service standing orders, all arrests must be recorded in the occurrence book. Those arrested are then to be arraigned in court or released from custody if they do not meet the procedural threshold for detention. Kanja retaliated that the National Police Service is not involved in any abductions, stating categorically there is no police station in the country holding the reported abductees. However, he cautioned social media users to be responsible when posting information online, even though the Constitution guarantees freedom of expression. While Kenya is a democratic country that upholds freedom of expression, this freedom comes with certain limitations and should always be exercised with the utmost responsibility, Kanja warned. Further, the Inspector General of Police urged the police to avoid spreading false, fabricated, malicious and misleading information that could harm the reputation and image of the National Police Service. However, the president later acknowledged that there have been instances of abuse by Kenya's security forces. During his New Year's address, Ruto stated it cannot be denied that there have been instances of excessive and extrajudicial actions by members of the security services. President Ruto also pledged to stop the abductions, a statement interpreted by many as an acknowledgement of guilt regarding the actions of security forces. In a controversial stance, he urged parents to take a greater responsibility for their children. suggesting that the disappearances are linked to the moral decay of societal exacerbated by digital manipulation. While some leaders urge the government to unnecessarily bothered by sideshows like AI images doing no harm, others opine it's unlawful to carry out such extreme acts. One thing, however, is clear: government officials keep fueling the fire when they call out young Kenyans, dictating how they use social media platforms. My name is Mahmoud Kamau, reporting from Nairobi.